So
Look at that clean well for CZ there. Dang. So much attack. It's just really fast here, but
Yes.
you know, this is just the warm up, you know.
yeah, this is just the warm up, by the way. Yeah.
Yeah. Easy to forget, you know,
Yes.
when you see
You
this
know, there's
kind of
this
play.
like certain theme with warm-ups that I see in, for example, like older players as opposed to newer players. Newer players will just like go in. They don't care how much energy they're expending or whatever. Usually, you know, like with the old school players, they just, you know, take it a little more easy. You know, the warm-up is just to get the jitters out of the way a little bit. Just gauge your opponent if they're willing to go in on you. Maybe develop a plan for the first sets. But yeah, I mean, just look at CZ. He's playing like this is match point right now.
That was a really crispy downstack from QMK, though, I will say. Yeah, I don't know if anyone else. This is
Yes,
warm
this
up.
is warm up.
You got this, Daisy. We believe in you.
You got this.
Yeah.
Well, whenever one of them wants to press the button. Okay, and I think they're off.
Chat saying the music is a little loud.
Daisy's got it. Don't worry.
Alright, sweet.
QMK got that really clean play field. But
Oh, he's gonna have to be
gotta
careful
reach the
here though. He's
yes.
running out of room, which is
Oh,
forcing
he's-
him to make some compromises there with his stack.
Yeah,
I think he's generally
he's-
pretty safe now in this position. Oh, some of those decisions are
pushed
worrying
up.
me. He's taking some risks.
Yes.
I mean, I don't mind it, you know, it did work out, and sometimes you need to play a little risky to get the biscuit, you know? as they
Yeah,
say.
that is true, and that's something that I think QMK has definitely started to get more and more accustomed to. He's gonna have to play a little riskier here and there. Some places where maybe he typically autopilots to a safer option, for example, I think he's been noticing, you know, it's more detrimental to not be aggressive sometimes.
Yeah, I remember you talking about that, where I think in one of the tournaments where QMK was beating Diao, and you were like impressed that he was kind of straying away from his like comfort zone and focusing more on like a couple more compromises to edge out like a little attack. So-
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how much of it he actually paid attention to, but I did say, you know, compared to Diao, Diao is like a faster QMK, maybe even more timing based than QM. Definitely speedier, but you know, the issues that QMK might have against Diao, I think could be mitigated a lot if he would just speed up. Just a little bit. And, you know, he's been playing around with the limitations of that. I know, for example, we kind of practiced Firestorm style for a little while, and you know, it's like kind of varying results. You kind of realize with a lot of the styles and a lot of the decisions that you can try, whether it be, you know, playing more aggressively, that means making more aggressive builds. You really do have to optimize for every single thing that you do. Even if you try to like mimic something, you know, there are subtleties to it that not many people can catch unless you really spend the time practicing it over and over.
Can we talk about that spike from CZ, by the way? Like, that was crazy.
Yeah,
I
that
don't know
was-
what combo that was, but
Yeah, he's
That's
all about
nuts.
those spikes these days. It's interesting speaking to CZ because he's one of those players that I personally, I guess this shouldn't surprise me because I think a lot of top players they end up thinking through their decisions a lot, and many end up being very intelligent. But from my conversations with CZ, his game plan, he's put a lot of thought into it. You know, his thinking is he can't possibly match everybody in terms of APM. That's just not in the cards for him, especially with the single rotations, it does slow him down a little bit, and his stacking patterns are generally a lot safer. He, for example, goes for skims and such in situations where most other players would probably go for the APM boost, maybe a T-spin double or something. But he talked about game sense, for example, when to do things. You know, for example, in places where you can take an extra couple of lines to send over to the opponent. The question is not so much, you know, can you, but should you? And he, I think, thinks about that a lot.
That's interesting, yeah. Because lines are lines, right? But what's important is what you do with those, right? At the end of the day.
Precisely. Yeah, and well, this is so interesting, you know, the dynamic between Firestorm and CZ, and what I was kind of alluding to before about CZ being the anti-Firestorm, but really, CZ has said in the past that he thinks that Firestorm's APM is very impressive. It's just maybe his game sense in terms of when to do what is a little less polished. And I think Firestorm actively maybe even acknowledges this. The APM really is to prevent his opponent from even doing anything.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely like different win conditions, I guess, for sure.
Okay. Oh wow. Yeah, some very interesting downstack from CZ that I'm seeing here.
Yeah, I know. Like a lot of compromises to extend long combos, and then when you don't have a long combo, it's just very safe, which I like. Really kind of picking his spots nicely.
Man, he looks even faster than the last time I played him. He's just every single time.
Yes.
He just keeps improving. And QMK, I think he's just trying to litter his opponent with some Swiss cheese garbage here. He's getting Swiss cheese in return. I think, you know, the issue is just CZ is just so fast. As soon as garbage lines start coming, he's already down stacking.
Yep. Yeah, I think QMK's got to find some like really creative spikes, especially from downstack.
Oh,
that was
amazing.
definitely one of those. Yeah,
Okay,
is that
very
it?
nice.
I think, yeah.
Okay.
That's
yeah,
it.
that one down stack combo put CZ over the edge. Those are pretty much what I think QMK is going to need to find. That was like just a hidden 8 combo right there. Maybe even more than that, but
That was really strong.
QMK able to find a way to extend the combo such that, you know, it would put some damage over to CZ. I think it's gotten to this point, you know. Those combos that, for example, Diao keeps doing and surprising his opponent with, I think that's the new standard, because everybody's too good with their canceling, and, you know, they can find APM everywhere these days. Kind of need that X factor, you know, the surprise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Micro, you always talk about how important like downstacking is, right? For like the future of the game.
Yeah, it's just
like how to transform that into combos effectively.
right. So I don't necessarily think transforming things into combos is, you know, gonna be so completely necessary. So for example, you know, I've been watching players like Blarg, for example, and from what I see, he just kind of speeds through everything, and he can afford to do that because he plays at like, I don't know, last time I saw him, he was playing at like 4 pieces and up every single match. And he's very back-to-back heavy. So there are ways to mitigate it, but I do think it's to your advantage to try to optimize for every little thing in your stacks. That way, you know, you give yourself an easier time. You waste less pieces, you can do things in less time. Little things like that are going to give you a slight advantage. That's being all the
It's 3-2 for CZ. We got you, Dazer.
Dazer being
It happens, man. Don't worry. Got you, yeah. Yeah, no worries.
oh, hurry up, garbage.
Oh boy!
Yeah.
Oh no! QMK made a bad decision there. Okay, he's gonna have to do some digging. He got a little
having
greedy
trouble.
with a T-spin double in there that he probably shouldn't have went for, because the ordering of when it would come just didn't really work for him. So this is gonna end up being a slog of like hurry up
Yeah.
garbage. And
Who can get the first
Yeah.
attack off?
Oh
oh
boy.
god, okay, QMK's dead. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's go.
No room. Kind of tough. I feel like QMK might, that game sense that CZ was talking about, or that I was referring to, that I had a discussion with him about earlier on. That I think QMK is having a little issue with finding the right rhythm to do things in, because he keeps getting caught doing these T-spin double setups that maybe aren't meant to be prepared at that moment.
So like a little greed, you're saying, or
A little bit, yeah. I mean, I think you can reduce Tetris to a lot of things, but the main thing is really pattern building, and also, pattern building and like when to make those patterns, essentially. And I think maybe in those moments, or pattern building and problem solving is what I mean. Sorry. So the problem solving part is like, okay, if you're dying at this moment, what is this information, like the conditions of that death? What's it telling you that you need to adjust? And so for me, whenever you're dying prematurely from something that you're setting up that you didn't have the time to do, that to me means that the timing at which you did it probably wasn't the best.
yeah. QMK found like a bunch of interesting spikes this game, but CZ just has that speed and that downstack prowess, and he can just get out of there. It's really interesting. Like, I don't know if CZ can match this sort of creativity always from Diao's downstacks, but... Or Diao, QMK's downstacks, but... Wait, who? I mean... but,
Who is Diao? Who is QMK now?
yeah. Oh, that's such a rough
Man,
misdrop.
QMK
Yeah.
is bored. Yes, trying to find a solution there, but yeah, I think QMK is probably gonna speed up here a little bit, at the very least.
Interesting. Yeah, CZ is kind of being pushed up right now.
Yeah. Not in a great
Yeah, QMK kind of trying to go for those LST stacking decisions. Okay, it has to opt out a little bit, but
Yeah.
okay.
I was gonna say, like, is he trying to be Firestorm all of a sudden? Like, this is pretty uncharacteristic, I feel like.
If anything, I think what we were discussing before, QMK, the way that he times and plays is, I think, very similar to the way that Diao kind of approaches it too. He stacks in a way that will allow him to extend the combo that he's building if he needs to. Yeah, you kind of saw how he
right there, yeah.
opened up his stack even with the with setting up that down stack. It opens up the next section of it.
Yo. Yeah, he's
I think there's elegance in just being able to, like having no gaps where no wasted pieces. I mean,
yeah, it's pretty impressive. Like,
Yeah.
QMK is so efficient that he's able to keep up at this speed, And he also, like, a lot of these downstack finds are just downright, like, ridiculous.
dude, yeah, look at this. QMK is keeping up, and CZ is playing like 0.5 faster than him. Last game, QMK was playing lower than 3 pieces per second.
Yeah. It's just so, it's just crazy. Ooh, I like this kind of combo.
Interesting.
Ooh.
Makeshift 4-wide, yeah, from
Yeah.
QMK.
Yeah. I like that, trying to integrate, because mid-game 4-wide is nerfed with the Jstris couple
Yeah,
instead, which is
okay.
what
Yeah,
we-
QMK is trying out some new ideas here. You kind of saw like that well he built up.
Yeah,
He's trying to
for sure.
convert everything into like a mini combo, I think, because I don't think he... Okay, yeah, so 4-wide is only nerfed for the first 20 seconds, and beyond that, you can absolutely just do a mid-game 4-wide if you still want to. So I think QMK is definitely taking that to his advantage, testing out whether or not that hits any chords. But oh, he's about to run out of room here, out of pieces
Yes.
too. So yeah, that's gonna be another one for CZ.
Yeah, that was really interesting. You know, yeah, CZ sent like far fewer lines that game, which is kind of surprising, especially given the speed difference, right? But
Yeah, I don't think the focus for CZ is really APM
exactly.
though.
Yeah,
I think
like
for
you were
QMK
saying.
that is what he's trying to ooze out of his stack always. Not so much on CZ's side. I mean, to win, you kind of have to survive, and I think that's his main focus.
Yeah, what was it that CZ said to you again? God, now you got me saying it. CZ. Oh God.
You're a false American. No, I let the cat out of the bag earlier on this week, though. I've been saying Z instead of Z.
Thank God. Convert. How has it taken you so long?
Oh man.
Let
Yeah.
go of your old ways and embrace. You know,
I said that through like text channels too, and Atlas has like a screenshot of that ready to expose me for being a fake Canadian. Oh, okay. Yeah, CZ trying to find the PC there, but wasn't able to. He's just gonna go back to his patterns here. Okay. Oh wow.
Oh, that was
This
fast.
just goes so fast. QMK can't keep up.
Yeah, he's just kind of been building these slightly rough positions, I guess, and having troubles kind of getting out of them. Especially these last two games, you know, a lot shorter, less going to hurry up garbage. It's
Yeah,
interesting.
I personally wonder how much the pausing and thinking through his stacking decisions really helps QMK. I guess it helps him be more precise, but I wonder about this because for me, you guys already know I think of Tetris as a dance, and it's hard for you to get into the momentum of the dance if you're not dancing throughout the entire thing. You can't get into like the flow of what you're supposed to be doing at any given time.
That's an interesting way to put it.
Let's go. Dancing again? This is my favorite part of commentating with you, is when you start getting into the dance. It's beautiful. It's
Yes.
you talking about a dance is like a dance because
Yes.
it just flows so beautifully.
It's all just,
And I'm always
it's
enraptured by
very
it.
conceptual, which is why I sound weird when I actually start talking about it. But I swear it's a thing. It's a thing.
Look, I believe you. All right, I've never doubted you for a second on that front,
Yeah,
anyways.
all
All
right,
right.
as long as you're not the one
CZ?
that-
All right, now that's. I don't know about that one, but.
All right, I'll try to adjust that one, but I don't know. I kind of have to remain faithful to my Canadian brothers.
Canada, yep. But yeah, here
Okay,
we
I
are.
think they're going back to even right now. I think both of them just, I don't know. It's interesting because I can't find any openings between either of them. The only openings I see is maybe on QMK's side, but he's polished it up a little bit in terms of his stacking because he does these things. I think I alluded to it a little earlier on. He does these like delayed skims. And the reason that you do delayed skims is to kind of put it in another spot in a way that would extend your downstack combo eventually. But the thing is, you're wasting more pieces to get there. And sometimes you just gotta be on the go and ready to make a move whenever something happens or something is sent to you.
Yeah.
Okay. And I think, was that it? Because it's 9-3 at the moment. Isn't
Wait.
it first 10?
Wait, but QMK won the round, didn't he?
Yeah,
You
didn't he
guys
win the
saw
round?
that.
I mean,
Yeah, what
He kind of
happened?
won the round.
What happened? I don't.
oh boy. Okay, I think they can. I think they're planning on making a new room. Okay, so it's 8-3. I'm assuming the room glitched out, and so okay, QMK is gonna try coming in and out of the room. I think so is CZ.
Yeah. Dang. Yeah, this might be what happened where so CZ was topped out and it gave QMK the point.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
then like maybe QMK topped out right when CZ started the round. And then it was like, oh, he topped out, and therefore, I don't know. I don't code, all right? This is pretty apparent here. Mine, you're the expert here, all right? Tell us what happened, bud.
I'm I don't know Jstris coding though, so
That's fair. That's fair.
Okay, but they're back into it. Slight technical difficulty there, but we're back, and they're still playing with that same fire that they did like when we had to stop, which is good because I think we saw a situation before in Tetrio Cup. Oh, match point though. Oh man, this is a really tough game for QMK to come back from because I mean you have such a tank in front of you like CZ. He's gonna have to play so solidly over the next 7 games just to be able to take this match. Although he does have a chance to come back if he does lose this over in loser's side. I think at this point, if he can't find any options before him, just learn what he can and maybe get back at him on loser's side. But oh, this is already looking really rough for him.
yeah, this is not
Already
looking
at the
good.
top of his field, trying to find a way down.
He's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this feels kind of tough to watch in some ways because I feel like a lot of QMK's spiking is really creative, but CZ will just live it. He'll just survive.
It's so tough for QMK because a lot of his strengths just don't work against CZ. You literally just have to be solid all the time. And CZ, I mean, this is actually a point of great pride for CZ specifically. He likes the fact that, you know, there's no real way to combat CZ's speed and downstacking other than just straight play some great fundamental Tetris.
Yep. Not that QMK is a bad player or doesn't have fundamentals, but
yeah, it's just, you know, how do you compete with someone with game sense like this? And what I mean by game sense is just look at the way that CZ plays, the way that he stacks for things, the way that he gets out of situations. He has like every aspect of the game for surviving pretty much down. And look, he's even picked up a 4-wide.
Oh wow!
That's it. Yeah.
Oh man,
What a way to end it.
Yeah.
CZ, traditionally someone who has been opposed to Ren gaming, pulls it out himself.
Yeah.
2020, December.
Yeah. Intense set.
That was a very intense set.